It's fun time.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the New York State of Mind podcast. It's your co-host Danny Kaz over here. I have my boy Ben Mana.
What up, everybody? What up?
We have our first or second guest,
Number 2.
Dylan Lynn.
What's poppin'? Get it cackin'.
hashtag get it cackin'. Yeah, so this is our boy. Yeah, this is our boy from college. We had Larry Brodetsky on the podcast. What was that, a month ago now? Mm-hmm. He was our boy from school too. We're all fraternity brothers together. We wanted to, like we said on some Instagram posts we made. We're looking to get some more guests that share our frame of mind, our mentality of working hard, playing hard, working hard, and really just bettering yourselves every day. And our boy here, Dylan, he definitely parties hard. He's starting to work hard.
That's how we met, I think. Partying hard, huh?
Yeah, man.
When did we meet? Because I remember I met Larry from. He was a freshman and he just started pledging.
For those of you that went to a kind of a party school, Dylan was that guy that he was like around, but nobody really knew who the fuck he was.
Maybe we just.
Nah, I'm playing.
I'm trying to think how we met. Cause
We met because of Vic.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So we met spring 15.
Yes.
Whatever, because I came to the last Rush party with Ty. Ty brought me, made me chug half a Four Loko.
and so what are you? You're 2 years older than us then?
Yeah, 95.
Okay. So 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year.
But okay, but I always get confused with what happened with. So you went to school, you went to New Paltz, got kicked out, and then came back, and then you pledged, right?
Yeah.
Walk us through that timeline. How did that go down? You coming to school, how you got kicked out, how you came back, and what made you join Greek
It's probably the quickest timeline. I came into New Paltz fall 13.
No, just speak towards the mic.
Yeah. I came to school fall 13. I got my first 2 strikes during my first semester here.
Yeah, so I guess for anyone that doesn't, I'm not sure if every school does that.
No, I don't think they do. And New Paltz is just tweaking.
We went to a SUNY school, and they give you strikes for
drinking. They never caught me with any alcohol. They just caught me drunk.
Right, but not just you. What was their what was the policy if you're drinking or do anything?
If you're caught drinking underage at all, you get a strike. But the cops have to be called though. For me, it was because the ambulance was called. And
I got one of those too.
Yeah, it's a strike.
Don't worry, Mom. I never got one.
Yeah. First time I was puking in the bathroom, and I actually went back to bed, and I was just snoozing in bed at 2 a.m. and I got a knock on my door. Then an RA called the cops because they heard me puking in the bathroom.
Damn.
Second time was also that same semester, and my roommate at the time locked me out of the room, and I passed out in the hallway in my boxers.
Ugh.
Woke up with a little puddle of puke next to my mouth.
Shout
and 3
out
cops.
Roommate.
And 3 cops standing around me, and I was like,
who was your roommate at the time? Did we know? Was it
Vic?
It was Victor.
But he was sleeping, and then the other kid was this kid Will.
But what when they give you the strikes, what else could warrant a strike? Just drinking it and being.
Oh, it could be
it could
weed.
Be yeah, it could be weed, but weed strikes are only 2. Alcohol is 3.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
alcohol?
2. It's 2 and done with weed in New Paltz. Yeah, you're canned, and it's even harder to get back from that because with me, so I got my 3rd strike 3 weeks into my 2nd semester, and it's because I ripped 19 and a half shots of Fireball in about an hour and a half, probably shorter timeline than that, and it had snowed 3 feet the night before. It's February of 2014. And if anybody remembers, there was a 3-foot snowstorm. And so I was
snowstorm the size of you.
Yeah, exactly.
For anyone that's listening and not watching, Dylan is
I'm
a short
6'5". Maybe
he was on the basketball team in his last dream.
But yeah, so it was actually me and Vic who did that, and we trudged down to the bar P&G's, and we were so drunk that we just skipped the whole line. There was a whole line that wrapped around the corner. We just went in, tried showing the bouncer IDs. It's dude, you guys are hammered. Get out of here. In my drunk state, I heard, yo, get to the back of the line. So I was like, all right. drunkenly
waddled over.
Yeah, drunkenly stumbled to the back of the line, waited for another 20 minutes, get to the front, and the guy's like, dude, go home. Like, I did not say go to the back of the line, I said leave. So I drunkenly stumble home. And so you know how like there's like the pathways in New Paltz, like that kind of like take you like...
I definitely know the one you took.
Yeah, so I lived in Gage at the time, and there's like a curvy like road that goes like... or pathway that goes, you know, to the dorm. So in my drunken state, I was like, all right, it's really cold. I'm only out here in like a fake leather jacket, some jeans, and a
t-shirt. Couldn't afford the real one. Larry wore that faux leather.
It was my, it's a gift from my grandma. But anyway, so in my drunken state, I was like, all right, I'm going to beeline it through like, you know what I'm saying, like the quad, because that'll get me there quicker than walking around in this pathway. It snowed 3.5 feet, which is well past my waist. And so, really. Yeah, so I'm powering through it, but every step that I'd take one step like into the snow, and I was so drunk that every time I'd yank my foot out, I'd fall backwards like a turtle. So the cops found me about 6 steps in after every time I'd stomp my foot in and fall back, and they were like, "Ew!" And they caught me with a flask and something else, but that was it. I had to be out.
That was freshman year for you?
You were 18?
I was 18.
Damn. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, he is an electrical engineer today.
Yeah. I was able to come back the next semester, but I had to go to, outpatient.
But so when you left, like, I didn't know you then.
Yeah.
So you got kicked out.
So they basically gave me 2 options. They were like, look, you've gotten 3 strikes, in this very short amount of time.
Who did you have to meet with that?
It was the dean of students.
Oh, I know her.
Linda Eaton.
Mm-hmm. Linda Eaton. I don't know if I know her.
Yeah. But yeah, so I had to meet with her. Like, the second time they actually called my parents. And then the third time, they just, they brought me in. They were like, look, you got your 3rd strike. There's nothing you can really do. So you got 2 options. Both options, you're leaving. This semester, they said, both options you're leaving this semester. They said, first option, you can leave within 2 weeks. You got a 2-week grace period to leave. But then when you can't come back for a year, and you have to reapply to the school. Or you could come back next semester, but you have to complete outpatient rehab. Because they were like, you're displaying pre-alcoholic symptoms. Oh, because, they saw me belligerently drunk 3 times. Yeah. So, I guess it's slightly alarming. But, so they were... but yeah, so I took, obviously the latter. I wanted to come back as soon as possible. So I just did my outpatient rehab. I had to stay.
What'd you have to do for that?
So
did you know that? I knew none of this.
I knew the basics.
Yeah, I had to go to
first time for everything.
I had to go to. My parents first started me off by going to AA. Had to do the whole. My name's Dylan. I'm alcoholic.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
It was weird. At 18, bro. It was 18.
Oh my god.
And so after that, though, I had to go through this pre-approved, they had this certain pre-approved program that I had to go through, that New Paltz had vetted, all right, this works, and we're cool with it. So I went to group meetings 3 times a week for 2 months, 2 times a week for another 2 months, and then 1 time a week for 2 more months.
And you were just you were home?
Yeah, I was home. They, drug tested me and tested me for alcohol every 2 weeks. So, obviously I didn't drink or anything.
And then if you had failed or
if I failed,
extend the timeline,
it would extend the timeline, and I wouldn't have been able to make that semester.
You just would have kept pushing it back.
Exactly, yeah. So I just had to complete it.
I'm not gonna get into how I know that.
I got my 6-month sobriety coin. Actually, at
the big 6.
in my last month, my last day there, it gave me my little sobriety coin.
I made it, Mom.
Damn, I knew none of that.
So listen to you college kids. Listen,
just don't
have fun. Don't
overdo
this
it.
Kid just said.
Yeah, stupid. Ain't worth it.
Yeah, it's stupid, but hey, it just made for a funny ass story.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to encourage kids to drink like that, but
I would say it can happen to anybody.
As long as you persevere,
drinks in college. It's all about being under 21 and getting caught.
Everything's an experience you learn from. I mean, look, Dylan fucked around for
quite some time,
a long time. But then, dude, you were the one person that I knew that would get super fucked up, go out all the time.
All the time.
And then And then my girlfriend is a mechanical engineer, so you guys are roughly the same the engineering department. You were electrical, she was mechanical, but she would always be like, Dylan is in the library from like 2 a.m. to like 7 a.m, and so you would get fucked up, have fun on when you wanted to, but then you would still get your work done, and you would grind it out at night or whatever hours you had to get it done. Work hard, play hard.
He didn't have a choice. All of his friends started to graduate. He's like, I'm still here.
But I mean, you did that for a while though. Like you just didn't go to the library for your last year. You were always kind of
there for a lot.
What so when did you declare engineer to be a?
I declared engineering right out of the gate.
Really? Even freshman or sophomore?
No, freshman year. Literally, I remember it was like my second class in Intro to Engineering, and like the dean of the engineering department or whatever came by and he's like, all right, like here's everybody's forms, like this, everybody's declaring their major. Like
what?
Yeah, they were literally like everybody declared a major. Yeah, they literally brought in the forms. They were like, all right, whatever major that you're gonna be, write it down where you're signed up.
What made you choose electrical?
I chose electrical.
I didn't declare until like my sophomore year, and then I changed.
I was always in business.
I chose electrical engineering because I was good at math, in high school and stuff, and I knew that was a really high-paying career, out of the gate, and you usually got a job out of college.
Yeah.
Good paying job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which you did.
And my dad, I'd also been working with my dad as a groundman, so I'd been working on power lines and stuff already.
Yeah.
So I kind of knew the physical work of it. I just didn't know how it got designed or how any of that stuff worked.
You kind of knew what you were doing.
Exactly. Yeah, you knew the labor side of it and didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're on the smarty pants side.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah. But and that you right out of the gate, you're like, I'm gonna do electrical, no doubt. That was your.
Yeah, that was really the only option that I had in mind. I didn't really have any ideas of what I wanted to do in high school. I just always kind of my dad always kind of suggested that to me. It's you're good at math, electrical engineering pays well. Mm-hmm. You won't have to bust your ass like all these other linemen and stuff.
So, what did you used to do with your dad? What's a lineman? What do you do?
So that's the person that works on power lines, what I'm saying, the big poles.
I drive by them all the time. What are those guys doing up there?
They wait for long.
So basically, my first summer working in July 2013, actually before I came to New Paltz. So you just work, fixing transformers. Transformers blow up because the first day.
Overuse of power, basically.
Yeah. Or down wires and stuff. Replacing wire, because they gotta have more electricity flow through the wires, so they gotta replace it with bigger wire in order to get more electricity to flow. So
transistors. Is that a term?
No. Well, it is, but not quite what I worked on there, bud.
Ah, shit.
Oh my god, Benny trying to sound like smart. Transistors. I know that's something.
I remember that.
Sticks to marketing.
And then, I dig holes for poles, all the holes that are dug, for poles in the city. You have to hand dig them, so you're literally out there with a 8-foot shovel.
Yeah, jackhammer.
Yeah, you got to jackhammer the cement first, and then you dig down 6 feet by hand.
Damn.
Pole this big, 6 feet down.
Yeah, so you didn't want to do that for too much longer.
No, it's exhausting. You're working 10 hours a day and you're sweating your nuts off.
Well, you work
every day.
Who were you working
I worked for my dad.
But it's not
so they're a private contractor underneath Con Edison. So Con Ed is required to contract out some of their normal work to private contractors, and so my dad is in the company that got the job to do that in Queens.
Bro, your dad is something else, man. I met your dad one time. I don't know if I tell the story right now. Dude, your dad is... Do you know the story? When I met his dad the first time ever?
I've only seen pictures of his dad. I know he's jacked as fuck though.
Pranking the teeth. Yeah.
Dude, your dad is...
Oh, I know the story.
Dude, I gotta tell the story. It's hilarious. It was, I think, my senior year. I was living in the fraternity house. And so, like Dylan said, his dad is, what's the term, a lineman or whatever?
He's a general foreman. So,
he works on these telephone poles. He knocks on our... First of all, I don't know what the fuck he was doing in New Paltz, right?
He was just coming to visit me.
Okay. Would he ever have naturally worked in New Paltz?
No.
That's outside of his jurisdiction?
No. He works in court.
So I never know... I don't know what this guy looks like. Never met him before. Dylan lived in the house also. He just wasn't there that day. Guy knocks on the door. I answer it. I'm in my bathrobe, and he's like, "Hey man," he's like, "We're doing He's like, we're working on some lines down the road," and he had the bright orange yellow vest on, a hard hat. He's like, "So I'm buying this. Like, why would you not think this is what it is?" He's like, "Yeah, he's like, we're working on lines down the road there." He's like, "You lose power for 10, 20 minutes, even a half hour, not a big deal." He's like, "It'll come right back on. We're just working on some stuff." I was like, "Oh yeah, no problem." The guy had a clipboard. He was official, dude. He was official. He was like, "Can I just get your names?"
Slow and neat as a whistle.
He was like, "Can I just get your names?" I thought that was a lot, but I was like, "All right, whatever. This guy's official." I'm like, "Yeah, Ben." He was like, "All right," and I think someone else answered the door. It might have been Big Al. And he was like, "What's your name?" And he was like, "Alex." And he was like, "All right, cool." He's like, "Anyone else live here?" I was like, "Yeah, there's a couple of us." I was like, he's like, "Can you just give me their names quick?" And I was like, "Matt. We have Dylan." And he was like, "I'm sorry, can I just get your last names too?" And I was like, "Yeah, Ben Manna." And then I listed everyone else. I was like, "Dylan Lynn." And then he was like, "All right." And then as soon as I said like Dylan Lynn, he had my last name, Dylan's last name, and he was like, "All right." He's like, "Actually, boys, I'm sorry for the ruse." And he takes off his helmet, bro, and it's like super official. He's like, "I'm actually I don't know if he said private investigator. I think he said he didn't say he was a cop or anything. He's like, "I'm a private investigator." He was like, he's like, "I'm sorry for the ruse, but I had to get your names officially." He was like, "Is this the?" And he like went to the air quotes, the teak house. And I was like, "Yeah."
Fuck, they got me.
Yeah.
Ben's got shit running down his leg.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "And you are Ben Manna?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "And Dylan Lynn does live here?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "All right." He's like, "I'm just trying to get this straight because he's like, we have a girl filed a complaint with us. Was there a party here last night, boys?" And I was like, "I mean, there was like a frat house." I was like,
maybe.
I was like,
"Who's asking?"
I was like, "Yeah, we had a couple people over." He was like,
Sorry.
And he was like, He's like, "I'm sorry for the ruse, but yeah, I had to get you to give me your name on file here. We had a girl said that she was I don't know if he's sexually assaulted or something or something." Dude, he went in. He went in. He was like, she was taken advantage of and forced to drink alcohol and taken it. And I'm like, this isn't true for everyone that's listening. This didn't happen.
This is not at all true. That's just an ass.
And I was like, "Oh, dude, I don't know." I literally called him dude. I was like, "Dude, I don't nothing about that." He was like, "There's no need to he's like, dude," and he stayed with it. In character, he's like, "There's no need to to lie here. I have the whole report here." And he pointed to his clipboard. He's like going through like an official document. And I was like, I was speechless. And I was also like, actually had recently gotten in trouble and I had gotten arrested earlier that semester. So I'm like, dude, I'm fucked.
Is it?
Another one.
Take me away.
This is it. I'm gonna call my dad. He's gonna come get me and he's gonna bring me to jail. It's over. And then I was just like ghostly white, and he was like, "I can't do this anymore, man. I'm fucking with you. I'm Dylan's dad. What's up, buddy?" And he like went to shake my hand, dude. I slapped his hand. I was mad, bro. I was like, "You're kidding me." Dude, he had us, dude. That, and he was like so committed to it. Yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's where I get it from. Always fucking with people.
Dylan's an asshole.
Thanks, Dan.
Like father, like son. Thank you, Mr. Lynn.
Apple don't fall far.
For making my boy shit.
That was dude. That was one of the best stories. But the best thing that happened to me in college, it was so funny. Not at the time, I was scared shitless. But yeah, so you fucking backpedaling now from that crazy story. So yeah, you got kicked out, came back, and so what? You just completed that rehab and they let you come back?
Yeah, they said as long as you complete the rehab, like you're cool to come back. No strings attached. And obviously you're on real thin ice when you come back. Like,
right.
You get caught again for a fourth strike. Undoubtedly, you're getting shit canned.
Shit canned
for
you're getting cacking. And then did you ever get a strike after that?
No.
Okay. And then so then you came back, were real focused, buckled down, didn't drink again, and you just got your schoolwork done. You graduated, right, bud?
Well, I actually just hit 4 Locos and Gatorade bottles.
Yeah. Well, that's the only way to do it. Yeah. So I mean, it took you what, like 5 years to graduate?
We're gonna count. Yeah,
5 and 7/8.
Yeah. If you don't count the semester that I got kicked out, then it's 5.5. You count that semester that I got kicked out, then it's 5.5 years.
7 years. Good solid 7.
It's a solid 6. All right, 2013 and 2019.
All right, but anyway, let's give Dylan a little. He got out of school, everybody.
No, but that's
clap.
That's what I was saying earlier. Is work hard, play hard. He fucked around a lot, but he he got his work done at the end of the day, and that's all that really matters. As long as you have fun while you're doing it, salute to you, my friend.
Amen.
And then
college ends worked out.
Yeah, you graduated, and then how shortly after graduation actually?
I got the job while I was still in college. Yeah, I got the call that I got the job. It was like on one of my last days of class, and I remember I had to go to the library, and I was mad busy and just disgruntled. And I remember I got the call, and I was like, "Oh shit! Dude, this is really happening.
Yeah.
I really got this shit."
It wasn't just your dad fucking with you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I was so flustered when I finally got that job.
Yeah, I think I remember. Did you interview while I was still in school?
Yeah, because it was on
my weekend or something.
Yeah, it was
right?
because I came back in the suit or whatever. Because I drove all the way down to Long Island in my beat up caddy.
Oh my god!
I hated that.
Oh my! I forgot about. I don't know how I forgot about that car. Rest in peace to that car.
Thank God.
This kid used to drive basically like a white boat. With a Cadillac.
If anyone ever watched The Sopranos, it was Paulie Walnut's car, but it just looked like he got banged to shit with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
And held together with gold duct tape.
Literally held together with gold duct tape. It was fancy duct tape. Made the repair a little bit nicer.
Whatever happened to that car?
It's now sitting in my parents' driveway with squirrels living in it.
Why didn't you
just throw it in the dump?
Because my little brother might drive that car.
No.
starting June 25th of this year.
What? Poor bastard.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Legal on the road.
It is a rolling death trap.
How is that? Yeah, I mean, doesn't it not? I thought towards the end of college it didn't work. It was sitting in the frat house driveway.
It was retired for 3 months because I didn't have enough money to get it fixed.
More like it was in the nursing home. Retired, you're complimenting it.
Yeah, it was literally retired. I remember that because Chris talked about it all the time. He's like, "Dude, when are you gonna get your car? It's been 3 months." And it just sat there in the T parking lot for 3 months.
I remember I pulled in one day and they just had 3 flat tires. And I was like, this car ain't going nowhere.
No.
That's crazy.
One for every wasted year.
Hey, but it did teach me how to work on cars a little bit.
It did. I remember one time I had to come to Burger King because I didn't even know what the fuck you were going there. Dylan lives at Burger King, by the way. He was going to get some chicken fries, and the car shit the bed on him. Man, it was. Do you remember this? It was brick. It was you had a.
My car shit the bed on me so many times. I
remember.
Can't fucking recall every time it happened.
Yeah.
Ran out of gas twice.
Popped
numerous
so funny
tires.
because of your size and how big the car is.
Yeah, the car's long. It's longer than most trucks.
That thing was.
But it also did make me a better driver too because
I.
Yeah, it was Cadillac DeVille, baby. 99 DeVille.
Nice.
50th anniversary edition, bro.
It's 79.
Hey, bro, I was the first homie ever to have a digital dash.
He was.
Yeah, that's right.
That thing. Wait, what year was it? 99?
99.
That thing, yeah, dude. A
1999
car had a digital. It had digital dashboard. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I think it was.
I hated
it. But it had
Danny refused to go.
The numbers in the calculators.
Yeah,
it
was like that.
Yeah, it was numbers like that. But still
digital dash.
Good for 99.
Beep boop, turn on this time.
And now what do you got? You have a Subaru now? Subaru something?
Yeah, I got it.
Upgraded?
Yeah, parents got me a little graduation gift.
Yeah, he
thanks, Pops. Appreciate it.
Grinded out long enough with the frickin' lemon that he got a little upgrade. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah, 2018 Subaru Legacy. Got that push to start now.
Hey.
Keyless.
Yeah, dead ass, bro.
So yeah, so you got the job during school. So did you graduate in the winter or the spring?
Spring.
This what?
Spring. This past spring, bro. What do you mean?
I lose track, man. And then when did you start? When did you start working?
They started me on July 1st.
Okay.
Yeah. So the only thing that sucks about that is my birthday's on July 3rd, so I was literally working Storm on my birthday.
Damn.
Yeah.
Don't get your birthday off? Your boy does.
This year I do though, because we ain't got July 4th off on
that's
Saturday,
right.
so now we get off on the 3rd for my birthday.
2020 has like a great lineup of holidays. Like
great calendar.
Yeah. It's like the 4th of July is either on a Friday or Saturday.
It's on a Saturday because my birthday's on a Friday.
Okay.
25th.
There's a bunch of other things. I think like Christmas Eve is on like a Thursday, and then Christmas Day is on Friday.
Is
it's
it?
like a 4-day weekend, and then New Year's always follows that same trend as Christmas. So New Year's is the same deal.
Oh, that's so tough.
There's a couple other things that like I think Memorial Day. Actually, no, Memorial Day is always a 3-day weekend. I think, but there's I don't know. I saw like something on Facebook or Instagram the other day of like it laid out in like 2020's beast for like holidays. So you got the job right out of school, during school.
Yeah.
Electrical engineering. You want to like give a little bit about what you do? You don't have to get too specific.
Yeah, no.
Where it is.
All right. So my official title is I'm a project engineer. Work at a utility, and so basically my entire job is assisting my project manager. So he's like the next person above me, who actually manages all of the projects that we have. But I just help facilitate that. So. I just make sure that other people in the other departments are doing their job. So like I work in the transmission division, so I only deal with transmission projects, which is like 33 kilovolts, which it's just really high voltage stuff. And it's obviously, since it's higher voltage, you gotta have like bigger equipment, bigger wire, bigger poles, stuff like that. So to get like permits and stuff to do that out on Long Island, it's a whole process. So like you got to get permits, you have to get engineering done, and so like basically my whole job is making sure that each department is doing their job to help move the project forward, and so that it actually gets built.
So you're like a planner almost.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I am.
Okay, got you. And so like what kind of like you don't have to like say client names or anything. But like what do you work on? Like private companies or like
we basically we work for the state technically.
Okay.
Yeah. So like it's all projects that are needed to like upgrade Long Island's infrastructure.
Okay.
Yeah. So like to upgrade the electrical system, because there's new developments being made and stuff, and so that increases the need for power. So they have to in turn make these wires bigger so that they can handle the excess load. Because if you don't, then if you put too much load on a line, like lines start burning up, and you get overloads and
your
stuff.
neighborhood goes black.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Is it strictly Long Island?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you don't touch Queens, you don't touch.
We go like Queens, Nassau. So like I've got projects now that are in Far Rockaway. So like around there, but no, we don't go any further than that, like into Queens. That's Con Ed's jurisdiction.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then like, I mean, do you see yourself like staying here for a long time, or like what's the goal? What's the vision?
Honestly, I like the place where I'm at right now. I've yet to meet one person that I don't like at this job.
Nice.
Everybody's really nice, amicable, and
Yeah.
just very inviting. Like to help you out. Like if I ever have questions. Nobody ever calls me stupid, or why are you asking that? Like, everybody's really ready to help.
Yeah. When I first started, my boss was like, listen, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Like, they want you to fucking...
No, and like, I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's one of the reasons why, like I had an idea that I might want to, like, venture off and do something else, but, like, as I stay there, like, they always say, like, grass is greener on the other side. Like, I would hate to leave this job and then go to somewhere where I'm just treated like dog shit.
Yeah.
So honestly, I've been thinking about staying here for a while, at least the foreseeable future. I think I'm at least going to be here for another 3 to 5 years, undoubtedly.
Yeah, I mean, do you work with do you have like a team at work, or like how's grouped and broken up?
I kind of have a team, but it kind of changes with each project. So
Okay.
with one project, maybe I'll have this one estimator, because you gotta have the projects estimated, and you have to have the projects like planned out. So like you if you know what a Gantt chart is, it basically it lays out like the activities that you have to do. So like they say like, all right, permitting, all right, it's gonna take this amount of time. And so by that you can see how much you're going to charge permitting, and then that goes into like how much money you spend. And so every year we have to like spend the amount of money that we say we're going to spend.
Okay. So you get the same amount next year?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And then, I mean, so you say you like the people you work with, and that's
Yeah.
we were talking about that. I think with Larry, dude, that makes such a big difference of like making your job enjoyable and
coworker companionship.
Yeah, like
exactly.
like the workplace culture and stuff that you like enjoy. Like what you're like, I mean, it's nice to enjoy what you're doing, but it's better to enjoy who you're doing it with because it gets you through your day quicker, and you want to improve and you want to grow with these people.
At the end of the day, you're with these people every single day.
Yeah.
Like if you don't like each other, going to work's gonna be a pain in the ass. Like me and all of my coworkers, like for the most part, it's all guys, just because like finance is mostly men. But we all just like, not only are we mostly in the same age group, but we just get along so well because like we also have similar cultures. Like everyone's almost Jewish, like so we all like fuck around.
Jewish. How like what's the age range at your office?
Oh, it's super wide. There's
really.
Yeah.
Are you one of the younger kids?
Yeah, undoubtedly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the youngest. Like I think there's a couple like 22-year-olds, but there's I think probably all just like 75, 80. Like old.
What?
What?
80?
Yeah, dude. Like
My
there was one dude that just retired, or like I guess like just left, and he was 77.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
How long was he there for?
He was
30 years.
Nah, he was only there for 5
Since
years.
Lincoln was in office. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
And like what? Like your direct boss? How old's he? Would you say? Like roughly?
Like my project manager, it goes like my direct boss is like my project manager, and then the person above that is the person who like runs like my like section, and there's somebody who's even over my department of like outside plant, and then which means like all work that's done outside of the substation is called the outside plant.
Okay. Yes. How old's your what project manager?
Project manager, he's probably like 30 something. I want to say he's older. I don't think he's 40 yet.
Do you see yourself getting into that role, or?
Yeah, like what's the vision? Well, like if you could, I mean, obviously,
If you could see yourself in 10 years, where would you be?
See, like with this particular company, I think I'd have to be there for quite some time if I ever wanted to be like a high level like director.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people who are directors now are like all people who've been there for like 20 years.
Yeah.
But in 10 years, I think
Because they have the experience.
I mean, God, I would hope that I'd be a project manager.
Yeah.
But then obviously comes with like a pay raise and stuff too. So like that's where I'd like to be, but it also depends on like openings and stuff.
And then like you said, like working with your dad, you knew this is kind of where you wanted to go. This is like the major you declared. Like, is this? Are you like happy with what happened? Like the course that it took. Like this is where you saw yourself being. Like this is the kind of company you saw yourself at.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, almost exactly to the T of like what like my original like idea that like I had was like, all right, I'm gonna work like at a utility, and it's just gonna be like I'm not gonna have to bust my ass anymore like I did when I was a groundman. I'm not gonna have to work 16-hour days anymore. Like I'm just gonna be chilling in an office.
Yeah.
Living.
Yep.
And so it's what I'm doing now. It's nice. Like it's definitely different. Like I'm kind of used to like always being like doing something, like because when you're a groundman, like you get yelled at. Like if you have downtime and you're just sitting there piddling your dick, you get yelled at. Yo, what the fuck are you doing, bro? So there's other shit you can be doing.
So does your company now like contract out to linemen and other scrubs or whatever to do the grunt of the work? So you basically plan the whole project and then you outsource to the actual laborers.
Well, most of the time, like these transmission projects, yes, because they're too large to be handled in house.
Gotcha. Interesting.
And so just for the audience, just so they get to know you better, what do you usually do in your free time?
So recently I've been going back to the gym. I just started going back at like.
I wanted to get into this. I forgot to bring this up.
At the end of November, because I took like a month and a half hiatus. I gained 20 pounds over the summer.
Did you?
And then I sure
a good
did.
20, a strong 20.
Dude, I was like
a lean 20.
Dude, I was 155. I was feeling great, and then I moved into my new place, and I just kept making excuses, and I was like,
You
well, I
became
guess I can't.
a cat person.
Yeah. Hey, don't blame my damn
My
cat.
boy got a cat. It's over.
Shout out to Rufus.
Worse than the bad
Love you,
girlfriend.
Rufus. But yeah, so I decided to just get back into it because I originally wanted to make it my New Year's resolution, but I was like, fuck that, fucking here now. Like, let's just fucking do it. Like, let's get a cacking.
Let's get a cacking. Dude, that's hashtag on Twitter, Instagram, hashtag get it cacking. You heard it here first. New York State of Mind, get it cacking.
But yeah, so I've been doing that. So now every day I go straight to the gym from work. I'm actually just started working out with this guy who's been bodybuilding for 9 years.
This guy's fucking huge.
Yeah, dude, he's actually.
You know about this?
Yeah.
Oh, you told him already?
Yeah. Dude, this guy's yoked.
He's kind of like if what's his name? It's kind of like if The Rock and
was a midget
and T-Pain had a kid. That's what this motherfucker was.
Yeah, no, this guy's solid. So I've been doing the same workout and like getting my weight up. As far as like lifting for the past couple of months, just trying to get back to where I was over the summer. And so now like I finally went to this new gym and I was kind of talking to him and he was like, your workout sounds kind of generic, like.
So he roasted you, huh?
Yeah, he did. Well, he roasted me a little bit, but then he was, and then he helped me out with one workout this past Saturday, and he's like, if you want me to, like, I sell, my own workout plan. Like, I can make one tailored just for you for $50. I'll give you a 6-week plan. And I was like, honestly, like, you definitely know what you're doing more than I do. Like, as much as I would like to think that I'm, a fucking guru with the gym.
Yeah,
You've been
great.
here for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you know what you're talking about.
I remember in college, I used to ask you what to do. You telling me you're full of shit?
I'm just saying I don't know everything. I know I don't know everything.
This guy talking out of his ass.
But yeah, so I just started that today. That guy whooped my ass.
Yeah.
I was sweating like a son of a bitch.
He was there with you, or you were just doing his routine?
He had me just show up, and then he gave me like the workouts while I was there. I'm waiting on him to send me the rest of it through Instagram.
Oh yeah, you
Screenshot that shit.
Nah.
You already paid him?
Nah, I ain't paid him yet, but I mean,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be going to that gym for the next couple of years, bro. It's not like he works there. He works at the front desk. He's gonna
you
fucking
don't pay him. You're gonna dumbbell to the head.
Bro, he's gonna that guy could dangle me by the ankles.
Bro, you should see.
Give me my money.
You gotta show me his Instagram later. That's one thing that Dylan's always been really on top of is at the gym. I remember you always used to like roast my ass whenever I would like come downstairs, eat some lunch, be like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. You got class today? Nah. What you doing? I don't know. Nigga, you not going to the gym? What are you talking about? And I was like, yeah, you're right. And then I go to the gym. Dylan always used to beat
idle
my
hands
ass
are the
to
devil's
get
playtoy. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta keep busy. You always gotta keep doing something.
Yeah.
That's why I like the idea that you guys did this shit.
Yeah.
At least you're not fucking off.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's the mentality I have now. In college, I'll admit I was a little lazy, skipped class and shit. But now, like after college, I've like had this whole like epiphany of like thinking different and trying to better myself and stuff. So now I go to the gym. Danny and I started this. I'm actually I was telling Dylan, I told you too, jiu-jitsu class is gonna start choking people out for a living.
I bet. For a living. Guy, it hasn't even started, but it's your career.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit my job and choke people out for $10 a head. I mean, you always were on top of the gym and shit. But you said you didn't want to make your New Year's resolution because you just wanted to get back at it.
Like, I hate the idea of New Year's resolutions. It's just so stupid. Like, if you
start
have an
now.
idea to do something and better yourself and like change you, why the fuck are you gonna wait till the beginning of the year? Like I would have pissed away a month and a half.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would have gotten skinnier. I wouldn't.
There's the
train.
train.
Like
train.
Exactly.
Cheers to the train.
Oh, cheers.
We always cheers to the train, but I think we're all out of drinks. Whatever.
But yeah, and so I just wanted to fucking start it now. Why fucking wait?
Yeah.
No time like the present, baby.
Yeah, that's another great mentality to have. Like, fuck it. I want to do something. I'm gonna go do it right
Fucking
now.
do it.
I'm gonna go learn it. I'm gonna go figure it out. I'm gonna just do it. Like go just do it, right? Just do it or go do it. Just do it.
Go do it.
Get it done, bitch. You ever seen that Shia LaBeouf meme or whatever? You're just like, just
oh.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I have a couple New Year's resolutions just because like it was like towards the end of December, and I was like, all right, I'll think of some shit to do for 2020. It's not like I was like putting it off. I was just like, oh, what can I do this coming year to like better myself or just like learn something new? I mean, do you have any of those?
I mean, I did make a New Year's resolution after a while because my house was looking a little grimy, and my dad came over like a couple weeks ago, and he was just like looking around, and he's like, dude, this place is disgusting. Like, just take 2 hours and clean this place. And so I made my New Year's resolution not to be so messy. Now my house is immaculate.
Is it?
It's
how long, Dylan?
Okay, it's been like a week, but
It's
still
the 13th. So.
small steps, baby.
Yeah. You always were a messy motherfucker.
Yeah, I can't help it. No, just...
You know, no one's as messy as he's. I'm not even sure if he's listening right now. But John Olsner. You're a dirty bastard.
He's definitely listening. Love you.
That was your one though.
Yeah, that was really it.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably should have made like a New Year's resolution not to eat pizza rolls and shit all the time, but that's later.
That's too hard.
That's later in life when I start getting fat or something.
This guy Dylan used to live off bagel bites and pizza rolls all of college.
At least 10% of my money.
Yeah.
Still.
As a matter of fact,
I remember Dylan used to always come in the last week of August when the semester started. Just
loaded.
Basically took up the entire freezer.
Oh.
And he was like, I'm like, Dylan, what is all this food? He's like, bro, it's my food for the semester. It was one shopping spree.
And then as I dropped like $400 or $500 at Walmart, I remember those trips, bro. I'd just come back with
mad soda,
mad candy, just absolute shit.
I mean, dude, it was funny to you.
We were in a circus.
It was funny to you. I lived with him for during. Or did you live with him too?
We lived together for a few, probably a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
I lived with him for a year. I had no freezer space for a year with this motherfucker.
I just had one of those weird college experiences where I would just live in different places.
Yeah, what are you, a squatter?
My guy Benny always made room in the freezer by eating my
pizza
rolls.
Switched rooms at one point.
I house.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You did?
Yeah, when the shit went down.
Yeah,
when it went down. I mean, that's one thing that always amazed me, bro. Is like you hit the gym so hard that it's also I'm also gonna give a lot of credit to genetics.
Oh no, genetics take 95% of this.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, was your dad in great shape? Was
he? Yeah,
when he was younger.
He used to do yoga right here on the corner.
He still does. Hot yoga.
Yeah, he still does. That Bikram yoga, he still goes.
Don't give him our address, right?
Dude,
I don't want to get scared.
He's gonna play you.
Oh shit! Actually,
are you friends with Dylan Lynn?
Oh my god, I'll never forget that face after he scammed me like that, bastard.
Good thing I know what he looks like.
Yeah. That was kind of funny though. The one day where Dylan came down to hang out at the crib, and we went to the deli on the corner, and we're sitting on the stairs waiting for I think someone to check out. And he's like, oh, dude, that's my dad's yoga studio. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, Bikram yoga. My dad does hot yoga right there.
Yeah.
Like, what?
You're like, fuck.
He keeps trying to get me to go. He said it's like they keep the room at like 102 degrees.
Dude, I've
That's crazy.
He said you sweat like a son of a
I've heard some good stuff about that.
Me too.
You know.
I think Simon tried it also.
Of course you did. You heard the name. What is just yoga?
It's just doing yoga in a hot
It's
ass room.
like
I'm
yoga
pretty
in
sure.
a sauna.
Yeah.
What's the benefit?
Bro, there's this
You
spot in
just-
fucking
nah,
Williamsburg
you-
where
you
you do
sweat to
where
death,
you do
bro.
yoga with goats.
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely.
heard about that shit,
Yeah,
right?
shit's-
What?
Yeah, the owners of that were on Dave Portnoy's video when he was in Brooklyn. Like they brought like a goat.
What, a pizza review?
Yeah. So like the owners of that yoga studio were at the pizza review. And like they were eating pizza, and the goat was like licking Dave Portnoy's face.
Why? Well, you do yoga in a hot room with a goat?
No, it's not hot. It's just yoga with goats. Look it up, bro. I'm telling you.
Google it right now.
Yeah.
What's the now like? All right, I get the hot yoga. You're sweating, you're getting a good workout.
goats.
What's the benefit of the goat?
Well, it's because the goat takes the.
This is another thing I almost forgot. Dylan.
I could have come off the cuff with bullshit for that.
Dylan was notorious for just like going off the cuff.
New York goat yoga.
Damn. Yeah,
Goat yoga
looks
should
legit.
be on every bucket list.
Not mine. But no, this kid Dylan could like just run with something forever, and like a good lie. And
Convince one of my boys that my great uncle was Daniel Boone for like 2 years. And a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll just like spit the lie and like I'll laugh to myself, but then I'll forget to tell them that it was a lie. Yeah. So they'll just go on thinking their whole ass life.
You probably got it from your fucking asshole dad, bro.
Yeah, because we used to drive past this little train.
No offense, Mr. Ben's drunk.
We used to drive past this like train place when I lived in Lynbrook. And it was a model train store, but I was like 5 and I just loved trains. So like every time like we'd pass it, there's a big train sign. And so I'd be like, Dad, trains. And so after a while, my dad's like, dude, shut up. Like, they just make real train parts in there, Dylan. And till I was literally like 20 years old. I remember like driving past it one time and I was like, dude, do they really make like train parts there, Dad? And he was like, no, I just lied to get you to shut up.
Yeah. Great. We're talking a great actor.
I wish you could have thought of something just there then and went with it like you used to, because that would have been great for everyone to hear.
Yeah,
and you're like straight, and you're straight faced with it too, and you're just like, yeah, dude, yeah. Like, what are you talking about? He can run with lies forever. So I mean, I think we asked Larry this, and Danny and I talk about it a lot. Now that it's 2020, which is crazy to even think about. That's fucking. Dude, the other day we were talking about how crazy the world is, and how I was like, I would much rather like be living 20 years ago. And when I said 20 years ago, I was thinking like 1980 or something. He was like, dude, 20 years ago was 9/11. He was like, 9/11.
Yeah.
The world was crazy then too. And I was like, oh my god, you're right. But yeah, so it's 2020. I mean, what's like do you have like a end goal for the year? Do you have like goals that you set for yourself? Like where do you see yourself? You know, what are you trying to work towards this next year? Whether it's like just grinding at work, getting better at work. I know you're doing. You're starting to work out more seriously now. And I know you said you want to put on some mass. But
Amen.
I mean, like, yeah, is there something like you've set for yourself, whether it's like a promotion at work or a rate or whatever the fuck?
So, like, I know that right now it's definitely way too soon for me to even be thinking about a promotion, but
yeah, you've been there for what, like 6 months?
6 months, almost 7. Mm-hmm. But honestly, what I want to do is I just want to make myself more established at work. Like, I just want to be more, like, known as somebody, like, that can just get shit done.
Yeah.
Like, and that was kind of like how I got them to hire me. Like, the last question they asked in the interview, they were like, yeah, so, like, all right, this is your time to, like, pitch to us, like, why should we hire you?
So you lied to them, huh?
No, hey, cute. And I was like, honestly, like, I've been in college for quite some time now, and I was like, I just want to get to work. Like, I want to work. I want to work. I want to have money.
Yep.
I want to be a real adult. Like, I know that I can do this. I know that I can kill whatever you guys tell me, like, to do. Like, I can do whatever you need me to do. Mm-hmm. And so that's just kind of what I want to do. I want to be more proficient at my job. I just want to make myself stand out more so that, like, promotions in the future are more likely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just want to be the guy that, like...
I want to be more of, like, a go-to guy.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm already kind of doing that. Like, my director already gives me, like, just small assignments. Like, when he needs something done, like, and he's like, he can't do it himself or he needs help with it, like, typing on the computer or whatever, like, he'll have me do it. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I just want to be more, known at my job. And then, obviously, pack on 20 pounds. Yeah. 160 by the end of the year, baby.
And what do you weigh now? 145?
Yeah, like 140, 145. Yeah.
But I feel like with the work thing, like being the guy that people like turn to, like, yo, we need something done. Like, oh, Dylan's about to crush.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Dylan's got it. And yeah, I was saying that the other day on a podcast of like having like mastering a skill or just being like known for something that you fucking are really really fucking good at, and people are like, oh, you need that, yo, Dylan's your guy, Ben's your guy, Danny's your guy for that. Like having like mastering that whatever it is, and whether it's your job or a skill outside of work or a hobby, whatever it is, like
anything,
like an expert in one thing or another. Yeah, right on, Dylan. We're getting a little late here.
Yeah, so definitely thanks to Dylan for coming on the show today. Had a great time just catching up with you, learning more about your past, present, and future.
Yeah. And, proud of you, buddy. Came a long way, man.
Came a long way.
Work hard, play hard. Dylan is the fucking man. You look up fucking that term, work hard, play hard, you Google that shit, Dylan Lynn's face pop up. little ugly ass.
But lots of love to everybody still watching, listening. We got a lot of new listeners and viewers recently, so thank you to everybody that hopped on the wave. New York State of Mind, we do this every single week. It's just something that basically gets our thoughts onto a track and onto a video. For anybody listening, please comment, like, subscribe. Let us know if you have something you want us to talk about. We do have a nice lineup of guests coming up in the near future.
Yeah, next few months.
Other than our friends, actually, so definitely stay tuned. And
yeah, check us out. We're on TikTok now. I'm not sure how many people are actually checking that out. We're on TikTok these days, but I'm not on it myself. I've got to make a personal account. But New York State of Mind out here. And Instagram, Facebook, check us out.
And keep in mind, we're live on every platform. So if you don't listen to us on Apple, hit up Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, and soon to be even iHeartRadio. So
everywhere, baby.
Stay tuned.
Take it over.
We appreciate it. Thanks, Dylan. Thanks for coming, brother.
Good night, guys.
Love you, buddy.
Hey, homie.
Made my dad.